I want you to be completely honest with yourself for a second. How many hours this week did you spend stressing over your Instagram grid, trying to figure out the TikTok algorithm, or trying to grow your follower count, instead of actually working on your acting? There's a rumor going around our industry that is causing mass burnout. That rumor is that casting directors won't even look at your tape unless you have 10,000 followers, that your talent doesn't matter anymore, only your metrics. Now, I've been talking to casting directors, producers, and working actors, and today we're going to completely unpack this. I'm going to tell you exactly when your follower count actually matters, when it's completely irrelevant, and why chasing social media clout might actually be hurting your career. Hi guys, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Andrew. I'm an actor, an author, and a virtual filmmaker. On this channel, we break down the mindset, the tech, and the strategies that you need to take absolute control of your acting and creative career, so you never have to wait for a gatekeeper to give you permission to act or to make art. If you want to join the community, hit subscribe, drop a like, and let's get into the reality of social media casting. Let's start with a hard truth. Are there situations where a producer will cast an actor purely because they have 1 million TikTok followers? Yes, absolutely. But you have to look at who is doing that casting. Usually it falls into two categories. The first is ultra low budget indie films. The producers don't have a marketing budget, so they are looking to hire an actor whose audience will buy tickets to come and watch the film. They are not casting you for your talent. They are renting your audience. The second category is specific youth-driven network shows or reality TV where the influencer aesthetic is literally the plot of the show. If that is the specific career you want, well then yes, you need to become a full-time content creator. But for the vast majority of us who want to work on prestige TV, grounded dramas, or major studio features, that is not how the room works. Here is what is actually happening at the highest levels of casting. When HBO, Apple TV, or a major studio is casting a co-star, a guest star, or even a series regular, the casting director's primary job is to protect the director. If they bring in an actor with 3 million followers who then freezes up on set, forgets their lines, and costs the production $50,000 in overtime, that casting director very likely gets fired. A massive follower count will absolutely not save a mediocre audition. Talent, professionalism, and being the exact right for the character will win the room 95% of the time. They want an actor, not an algorithm. A colleague of mine, a producer, was recently trying to raise money for a feature film, and he was playing into the whole follower count thing with actors. He managed to sign actors to the project who had massive follower counts, and not just actors, but other members of the creative team too. And unfortunately for him, maybe fortunately for us, no one was interested. He didn't get investment. These distribution companies weren't interested because none of them were interested in follower counts. They either wanted one of two things. They wanted a famous name, regardless of follower count, or they wanted brilliant actors if it was going to be a no-name actor. And this is where the burnout comes in. Because we hear those rare stories of an influencer getting a movie deal, actors then start panic posting. You start doing trending dances. You start posting daily vlogs that nobody asked for. You exhaust yourself trying to feed a machine that you don't even enjoy. You slowly transition from being a dedicated actor into being a very stressed out part-time social media manager. Social media is a tool, but right now, for a lot of you, the tool is using you. An actor friend of mine has no social media. They decided they are not in the slightest bit interested. Now, they do have profiles on all the major socials. They just don't post anything. They use it to follow people and do research. And they were recently cast in a really great role in a big production despite having no social media presence at all. So if we aren't supposed to be chasing followers, then what should we be doing with our online presence? You need to shift your mindset from being an influencer to being an actor and filmmaker. Stop trying to get 100,000 random people to look at your life and start focusing on getting the right 10 people to look at your art. Your Instagram shouldn't look like a lifestyle blog. It should look like a premium, high-end portfolio of you and your work. This is the entire philosophy behind everything I do. When an industry professional lands on my page, they don't see me doing a trending lip sync. They see the cinematic scenes that I've filmed, either scenes that I've actually been cast in or scenes I shot myself using virtual production. They see me attending film festivals. They see that I'm writing a young adult urban fantasy novel and then building the environments for that world myself, sometimes even putting myself into that world. They see an artist who is too busy working to worry about going viral. Even these YouTube videos I'm doing, I don't care whether 1,000 people mindlessly watch my video. I would much rather have 10 people actually get real value from them. Yes, there will be a few isolated times when your talent is not enough, when they want talent and an audience that comes with it. And that is not really different to hiring a well-known A-list actor. You also hire them because they come with an audience. But most working actors, 95% of us, are never going to get cast based on our social media followers, even if we do have a massive following. The limited types of productions out there that are worrying about an actor's social media following are not worth the time you spend trying to build a following and time you spend posting on social media. If you use that time instead to improve your technique or to create your own short films or film scenes from home, those are the actions that'll get you cast. That is time well spent. Use your Instagram or your TikTok or your whatever not to build a huge following, but rather to showcase you to whoever does want to take an interest. I would much rather have a decent casting director see one good scene that I've done than 1,000 profile tourists watching my lip sync video. It's not the numbers that make the difference. It's about who sees your content and what is that content. And you have the technology at your fingertips to now create really good content featuring you as the star. You do not need permission, and you definitely do not need 10,000 followers to be a working actor. You just need undeniable proof that you know what you're doing and you can act. You need people to see you acting. Now, if you want to build your own scenes and short films from home, then I've left the link to my masterclass Unlimited Reels below this video. So now, take a breath, put the phone down, go work on your acting craft. I'll see you in the next one.